One of the most common questions we see every year during tax season is, when can I expect my tax refund to come? Before e-filing, this was always difficult to predict. First, you mail in your return, then someone inputs all your information, and later, computers scanned in the information. Then the Treasury had to issue a check, which was then mailed to you. Ugh. Now, with a free IRS e-file, you can get your refund in as little as 8 days from when you file, if you elect for direct deposit, that is. For 9 out of 10 taxpayers, the IRS issued refunds in less than 21 days from the date the return was received last year. In today's video, we'll discuss the IRS tax calendar, when you should expect your tax refund, and why there may be delays in receiving all the money you are owed from the government this year. We estimate that the IRS will start accepting e-file tax returns on January 21st, 2025. The 2025 personal tax deadline will be Tuesday, April 15th, 2025. The IRS does not release a calendar, but continues to issue guidance that most filers should receive their refund within 21 days. They also remind filers that many tax software programs allow you to submit your taxes before the start of the tax season. However, these software programs don't actually submit your return until the IRS opens the system, with a few minor exceptions for testing. Also, you are legally allowed to mail in your tax return starting on January 1st, 2025. However, if you mail in your return, you can expect to add at least 12 weeks to your processing time at the low end. Here is a chart of when you can expect your tax refund for when the return was accepted, based on e-filing, that is. Now, this is an estimate based on past year's trends, but based on past information, it does seem accurate for about 90% of taxpayers. Also, you can use the link in our video description to get your specific refund status. So what if you file a tax extension in 2025? Well, if you file a tax extension in 2025, you can extend your personal tax deadline until October 15th, 2025. Remember, if you choose to file an extension for your federal tax return, you are still required to pay any taxes you may owe by the April deadline. If you're expecting a tax refund, that doesn't really matter, but you still need to file to claim your refund. Here's a modified tax refund calendar specifically for those who filed a tax extension. We didn't want to clutter up the previous chart, given the dates for filing an extension are typically 6 months later. However, the rule of 21 days on average still applies if you file a tax extension and claim your refund later. If for some reason you didn't receive your return in the time specified in this chart, give or take a few days, you can always use the IRS's tool called Get Refund Status. You'll find that link in our video description as well. Once you enter all your information, it will tell you what is going on with your refund. Remember, if you input the wrong Social Security number, it could cause an IRS error code 9001 and might make your return be held for identity verification. Now let's discuss why some of your refund might be delayed. It has to do with the PATH Act. The PATH Act, or the Protecting Americans Against Tax Hikes Act, was designed to help combat tax refund fraud that was estimated to be costing the government over $100 million each year. Yeah. An analysis found that a lot of fraud was being conducted using refundable tax credits. Tax credits reduce your tax liability dollar for dollar, and refundable tax credits can give you more money back than you even paid in taxes. This makes them prime for fraud. However, the result of the PATH Act is that individuals and families who file tax returns claiming these credits have to wait. They will see their tax refunds delayed. Specifically, taxpayers who filed tax returns that included the Earned Income Tax Credit, or EITC, or the Child Tax Credit, CTC, could not receive their tax refund before February 15th. The reason for the delay is that tax refunds are processed on first come, first served. And if you wanted to file a fraudulent tax refund, you'd do so very early, so real taxpayers would not have filed yet. An assessment of fraudulent returns found that returns with EITC and CTC were common culprits because these tax credits were refundable, meaning that you could even get more money than you paid in taxes. As a result of the PATH Act, individuals and families filing tax returns with the EITC or CTC now have to wait until February 15th each year. Given that the IRS begins processing their tax returns in late January and most filers can expect their refund within 21 days, this law delays millions of tax returns by over a month each year. Based on prior year's data, people with PATH Act refunds typically see their tax refunds arrive in the first week of March. For 2025, we expect that the earliest PATH Act tax refunds will arrive around February 19th, but the bulk of early filers will see their refund the week of February 24th through March 3rd. Some may not even get their refunds until the week of March 9th, depending on when you filed your return. While the PATH Act is cutting down on refund fraud and saving the government money, it could be costing taxpayers nationwide money due to tax refund loan fees, interest, and more. Thanks for hanging out today, everyone. If you liked what we shared and would like more help with navigating money and education, please like and subscribe this video right now. We'd really appreciate your support. This is Andy Hill from The College Investor. We'll see you in the next video.